Hi, this is Scott Garibay, and today we're going to talk about Dungeons and Dragons, and we are going to talk about Marvel and new Marvel Dungeons and Dragons. Okay, so and today we're going to talk about the mixing of the Marvel Multiverse role playing game rules and the Dungeons and Dragons um, rules, Dungeons and Dragons VE. Um, edition, the new 2024 core rulebooks edition, and so and that is our first non-incremental edition, and the fusion of the two, and how Marvel Dungeons and Dragons changes Marvel forever and changes Dungeons and Dragons forever, exactly like Lego Dungeons and Dragons changed Dungeons and Dragons forever, and has changed Lego forever. All right, let's jump into this. So here's what I'm saying. Okay, so first of all, if you're unaware, if you've been living in a cave, Marvel is now canon to Dungeons and Dragons. In my humble opinion, here's the path. Um, Marvel Magic the Gathering set has been announced. Okay, Magic the Gathering is officially announced by Marvel and by Hasbro. Okay, which is exactly what happened with Lego. And by the way, the entire thing is an echo of Lego Dungeons and Dragons. And a year and a half ago, they permissioned Lego Dungeons and Dragons. They're like, hey, start buying Lego right now. You can throw all your 28 millimeter away. You can throw all your Dwarven Forge in a lake. All of it's garbage. Like Lego is Dungeons and Dragons terrain. Lego minifigures are Dungeons and Dragons minis, right? Same thing we're happening now. Within probably about a year and a half, there will never, ever, ever be a Dungeons and Dragons campaign that Captain America isn't in the middle of, right? Like, why would you run Dungeons and Dragons without every Marvel character, right? It's just a richer, more robust sweep, right? But here's the kicker. This is why you come to my channel, right? Like, I see things 5 years before anybody else sees them, right? And this is new. Ain't nobody on the internet talking about this. Why was this done? Why was Marvel brought to Dungeons and Dragons, right? One reason, in my humble opinion. Actually, there are multiple reasons. There's actually about 3 reasons. This is one of the top 3 reasons. Here's one of the top 3 reasons Marvel was brought to Dungeons and Dragons. Okay, here we go. The Dungeons and Dragons VE. All right, now when I say VE, I mean, 5E is old. VE is with the new 2024 core rulebooks, okay? Dungeons and Dragons VE rules fusion with Marvel Multiverse role-playing game, which was released in 2023 and was created by Matt Forbeck, all right? And what I'm saying is that soon, Dungeons and Dragons will be run with the Marvel Multiverse role-playing game rule system fused with the Dungeons & Dragons VE system. Right now, will everybody run this? No, absolutely not. Only the top-tier geniuses are going to run this, okay? But complexity is a big deal within the Dungeons & Dragons community. We are literally the smartest people in the world, the most creative, the most confident, creative, charismatic, intelligent. That's what Gary built a filter for, right? And so having 1,100 pages of rules is not enough for most top tier dungeon masters, right? So we're going to mix that with another 350 pages of the Marvel Multiverse role-playing game. And so the 616 dice system is coming to Dungeons and Dragons. And so basically, we will be using all of the character sheets that are in Cataclysm of Gang, Marvel Multiverse role-playing game, and we will freely mix that with the brand new Dungeons & Dragons VE core rulebooks, right? And then, as we build these paths, as the Dragon Masters jump in and begin to create their player characters, they can choose powers out of the Marvel Multiverse role-playing game book, or they can choose powers out of the new D&D VE book. They'll have their choice, right? And why? Because it's demanded, right? Like, Dungeons and Dragons cuts the path first, all right? And so basically, soon you're going to see Shadowrun mixed with Shadow Dark. Shadowrun and Shadow Dark. The worlds will be merged and the rule books will be fused, right? Only because and the reason why is Shadowrun needs to be paired with Shadow Dark, but Kelsey Dion ain't gonna do it. She couldn't even print her book when she knew she was gonna win. When she knew she would win, she would sweep the Ennies, and literally hundreds of thousands, maybe low millions of people would be looking for a print book. She couldn't even print her book, right? Every time a true innovation happens in TTRPGs, it has to be done by Dungeons and Dragons. So this is being done by Dungeons and Dragons first, so the rest of the TTRPG community can realize you have to fuse your rule books. So this will be the first TTRPG rulebook fusion ever. Incredible, right? In my humble opinion. Every single word you just heard is my humble opinion. Nothing more, nothing less. The important part is when I get to hear your humble opinion, when you get in the comments and send your traffic. Please consider liking and subscribing, and have a fetch millennium.